Hello, hello, hello. It is me, it is I, it is she, it is her, it is thee, it is who, it is Rosie Rosette 2020. Pow. I gotta take these glasses off. Alright, honey, because you're gonna need to see this. So, so, I'm not gonna go point by point. It's two things that I wanna uh, clear up. I did my introduction right. Yeah, I just did it. Alright. It is me, it is I, it is she, it is her, it is thee, it is who, it is Rosie Rosette 2020. Pow. I think I just did that, but I did it again. I did it again on my videos. I can do whatever I want. All right. Anyway, so I looked at Arionne Curry and Tasha K's video. I did. I just have to say, just a couple of things. I'm not gonna go line for line or whatever. That stuff is boring or whatever. Okay, so let me just clear this point up, or just state this one. Why does that girl not know what a two-parent household is? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. How is it that you're a college graduate? Now, see, and that's another thing. So, did she graduate from college and then enter nursing school, or did she go through nursing school via her college, undergrad? That's what I like, and that's what I would like to know. Another thing, she's from Ohio. So how are you from Ohio, but you have a southern accent, a southern dumb accent? I'm just perplexed because let's go back to the two parenting household. She was like, "Yeah, I come from a two parenting household. I come from a two parent household." And Tasha K was like, "Well, you know what a two parenting household means." And I was like, "Okay, okay, everybody was saying, oh, she's stupid because she's just stupid, she's stupid. No, but it's like, no, you're like stupid if you're 30 years old and you keep saying two parent household, but yet your father left your mother. Were they married? But did your father divorce your mother, or were they just like hooking up, and then he got with another woman and married her or whatever? So when that happens, where's the two parent household? Because she was like, yeah, I'm from a two-parent household, two-parent household. Like, girl, honey, she didn't seem nervous. She said she wasn't nervous because, Tasha K was like, oh, Melody was really nervous. She's like, why? Why? But, girl. And I know we make mistakes. We all make mistakes or whatever. But she kept saying two-parent household, two-parent household, two-parent household, two-parent household. And if someone has to explain to you exactly what two-parent household is, you're stupid. You're lacking knowledge. She was lacking knowledge, but yet she knows this, she knows this, and she knows this more than when she was, younger, when she first met her, Martell, whatever. But I'm like, oh, here we go with the dumb hoe. Okay, she was just basically a dumb hoe. But no, no, don't let her tell it. So another point, I just don't understand. How are you so a high catch or a good catch or something like that? Now she's cute and she has a nice body and everything or whatever, and I guess she's educated, but I'm just like, girl, how do you not know what a two-parent household is? We got Google here, but someone told her something about a two-parent household, or somebody must have said, okay, just keep saying two-parent household or whatever, two-parent household or whatever, but you don't know. I mean, it's simple. A two-parent household means there's two parents in the same household. In the same household, because she was like, yeah, me and Martell, we talked about a two-parent household too, and the importance of a two-parent house too. Blah, 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 blah. Well, if you and him spoke about the importance and what it means to grow up in a two-parent household and blah 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 blah, because obviously you didn't grow up in one, and obviously he didn't grow up in one, so what? What did you guys discuss? And what was the importance of a two-parent household when, in actuality, when he was fooling with you, he had a two-parent household, but you decided that you wanted to be a part of that two-parent household, or you wanted to take him from that two-parent household over to your household, and y'all could be two-parent households, but yet and still, it still didn't happen. It still didn't happen. Okay. Now listen, I am not here to get on the girl. Maybe I am. 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 Maybe. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. But she was like, oh, you just don't. She talks so. You know who she talks like? Miss Wanda. She does. She talks like Miss Wanda and who's Miss Wanda's daughter? Oh, Lord, they sound so damn stupid. My goodness. So she was like, yeah, you just don't, run after a married man. Who runs after a married man? I know about 50 to 60, maybe 100, 200, maybe 1,000 women who have no problems running after a married man. Young, old, fat, ugly, short, dog, poor, rich, whatever. Women do not have a problem running after a married man, screwing a married man, being the side, being mistress, being involved, just sucking a married, like they love it. They love it. There's something mentally screwed up about a person who wants to taste somebody else's coochie. And Arionne, you let me know why. Because is something wrong with you that you, for 5 or 7 years, let's just say 5 of these 7 years, you was tasting, what you call it, coochie, male's coochie. Like, girl, you nasty. That's just nasty. I mean, okay, it's one thing when you didn't know that he was married. Now, I don't understand how you didn't know that he was married. Because when you're dating a man, you call him 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. That's what I don't call him. But call him. He doesn't answer the phone. He doesn't answer the phone. You live in Ohio and he lives in Tennessee. Okay, so fine. There was a distance thing. I get it. But eventually, you should know he married in the first 10 days, because you're gonna call him and he's not gonna pick up. You know why he's not gonna pick up? Because he's with his wife and kids. So for you to tell me that you didn't know that he was married for what, 5 months? You're lying unless you never called him late at night. You never called him late at night. You didn't hear the kids in the background. So every time he talked to you, he was far and away. He didn't have the kids. He didn't have the kids. Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, maybe. But what I have a problem with, when you did find out he was married and you stayed. Now, I get it that apparently he paid for a car, because I think you had a Benz, but okay, you had a Benz and then he purchased a BMW, or you had a BMW and he purchased a Benz for you. Whichever the case, I think he was paying both car notes. Now, what kind of money? And I have to ask Mel this: who was writing them checks? Mel, you wasn't going over your books. How was it that your husband been paying for 2 car notes with another broad? You didn't know what that extra $1,000 or $600 was going to? And see, that's why I'm like, okay, well, and I hate to say this because I'm always saying that everybody wrong. Everybody is wrong. But let's just focus. Let's just center this back to area. Now, Heifer, now I'm gonna tell you where you was wrong. Maybe you wasn't running after Martell. Maybe so. Maybe I wasn't. I was trying to get away from him, and who runs after married men, and blah 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 blah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever, he was running after you. I get it. Married men have run after me. No, no, no. I have never dated. I've never been a side or a mistress. And again, okay, let's go back to the cars. Okay, so he, bought you a car, paid for another car, and then apparently she said he made life better for her. I get it. I get it. You're a single mother. You're going to nursing school. He's like, okay, she's gonna become a nurse. You know what I'm saying? Then she can take over some of these bills. I got you from now, whatever. But that's what a man is supposed to do. He wants your attention. He's supposed to pay for it. He want, okay. That's what a man's supposed to do. Now, if he's married, yes, he's gonna have to do a lot more. If you demand it, if he wants you, you demand. If you know, he's married, he's gonna have to pay because of that situation. Okay, I get that. I don't approve of it, but I get it. All right. So if he's married, you know about it. You got a car and you getting paid. I mean, he's making payments and whatever else. I think Tasha said you got bags and maybe trips and money. Okay, so you'd have kept one. Okay, you'd have kept one. So he's taking money out of his family household to feed his 3 kids to pay for you. Or 2 kids. I guess it was 2 kids when you first met, and then or maybe it's 3 kids. Okay. All right. So you're kept at this point. You know he's married, but you're kept. You're doing your thing, and he's still married. Okay, whatever. But he wants you. He's telling. Okay, but he didn't tell Melody that. So how his wife found out is he called you. He was calling you multiple times, and then I guess you were on a date, and then after you got off your date, you're gonna call him. You're gonna call him multiple times. No. Now, was there emergency? Were you in the hospital? Were you in jail? Did something happen to your child? Like, did you need someone? Like, why did you call that man multiple times? Multiple times. So you didn't care who heard it, who saw this calls or whatever. And I guess because I'm not a kept person, I'm not. I don't go after married men. All right. I don't go after married men. I don't go after men. Period. But I definitely don't go after married men. All right. I would never go. I'm not going to say never. I don't do it. So at this point, you didn't care who found out that you were the side or mistress or whatever you were at this particular time. You wanted to speak to Martell. Why? Because he called you multiple times while you were on a date? Okay, so then once you got off the date, you're going to make sure that you're going to get into, oh, well, he called me. I'm just calling him back. He called me. Well, I'm sure he left a message as to why he called, but so what? Now you're upset. So you feel like since he called you multiple times while you were on your date, you was just going to blow up his whole thing, his whole situation with his wife and his kids, because you didn't care, okay? Because he called you. That is the most ignorant piece. You're a simple. You's a simple woman. You simple as hell. So you call multiple times. Finally, his wife answers. Okay? His wife answers. His wife answers, and you tell her his wife answers his phone. The one that she's paying for with their combined income. She's paying. She answers her husband's phone, which is her phone too because it's shared property, okay? And you tell this woman to put her husband on the line. Girl, let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you. If jumping through a phone and snatching somebody was possible, this is where it ends. Okay, that right there was the reason why she should have jumped in her phone through Martell's phone and snatched the hell out of you. That is the most disrespectful thing that you could have done as a side piece, as a mistress, whatever, as a hoe, whatever. You stepped out of line at that point. After that, no holds barred. And that's how she found out that you were the mistress, that you were the side piece, that you were the piece of shit that was fucking her husband, that you was a hoe, that you was a simple bitch. Oh, that's after that, that's it. That's it. Now, if she would have saw you and Martell out, or found out through something else or whatever. No, 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 no. You called that man's house, that man's phone, because he called you and demanded from her wife, because you knew it was her, that she put Martell on the phone. Let me tell you, I don't like bitches like you, okay? I don't. I don't like bitches like you. But for you to be indignant and demand from his wife that she put him on the phone, you ain't got no train. Who's your mama? You ain't got no train. I don't care if you were young or whatever. Honey, you're still human and you know you don't do that. That's whole 101. Because basically that's what you are. You deal with a married man and no, you did not, have vows with him. But you know the sacrament of matrimony. See, that's what you simple bitches don't understand. You need to read. That's the problem with but the mamas ain't teaching them, the grandmamas ain't teaching them, the grannies is in the club or whatever. You don't disrespect somebody's marriage. That's why I do not deal with married men. I don't care if you are separated, you are still married. Okay? I don't care what he told you. As long as they are still married, hands off. I just had somebody a year ago. Him and his wife was separated and they were going to a divorce, whatever. And I was just like, because that's how we got back together or whatever. For my birthday. He was like, oh, we're filing for a divorce. Okay, fine. We'll talk about that over my birthday dinner, whatever. So he told me, okay. We didn't do nothing like that. So he was just like, I was like, okay, so when is the divorce? Oh, it's going to take some time. And but when he said, well, I don't care, we never get a divorce because she's a good friend. Nope, 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 nope. And then apparently back to you and Mel were pregnant at the same time. So again, y'all was tasting each other's, wee, pee, pee, or whatever. Nasty. You're nasty. You are nasty, and I don't care how you try to justify it. Once you told that wife to put her husband on the phone, that was justification for any ramifications that happen after that. You are not respected then. You are not respected now. You will not ever be respected. You will always be known as a hoe that took Martell away from his wife and his 4 kids. Now, and I hope your simple ass don't ever get on that show. Carlos King, I don't care what the hell goes on. You should never have her own show. Make her have her own show. And why isn't Martell with you now? Why are you guys not married now? Now, you ain't the only one. You're the stupidest one, but you're not the only one because you said it and Mel have said it that Martell has a plethora of women. You were just the one dumb enough to get pregnant by him. But then I heard he has a couple more babies. But then if he had more babies, wouldn't he show them? I don't know. But so he had multiple women. You know he had multiple women, but you stayed even though he paid for you. Now I don't know if he paid for the other women and all whatever else, but still, you stupid. Martell is stupid for just being too greedy. I think Mel was like Wendy Williams. Okay, whatever. He playing around, whatever. I'm trying to get these businesses. They had $1 million company or something like that. She's just trying to keep her family intact. Her family intact. But no, 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 no. When they said that Martell told her, I'm not leaving nobody. Oh, honey. Oh, and that's when you would have had to get the bail money together, or you should have just had a game plan. And this is what all women need to do when they know that their husbands. I'm not talking about boyfriends because that's another video. Like Tristan and Chloe, he ain't playing on her because they're not married. He's single and Chloe's single. They have a situation that's his baby mama and that's her baby daddy. They have no commitment except for that child. As long as they co-parent and take care of the child, okay, fine. But we're talking marriage here, okay? Marriage here. Married women. And I have never been married, but if I was married, and actually, I was in a committed relationship, and my ex kind of threw something or someone out there for me, and I was just like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? You find out you're just like, it's like a train has hit you, and you're just like, I was crying for days or whatever. But I had did some stuff or whatever, so I was like, okay, that's payback. But baby, you ain't gonna play me like that. So I had a decision to make. I had a decision to make. Am I just gonna leave him hardcore, Now, was this before or after her trip? No, this was afterwards. This was afterwards or whatever. So he, gave me a proposition or whatever. He was like, oh, I just, whatever. I know what's going on. Let's just, let me just take you somewhere for your birthday. Okay. But before that, it was Mother's Day. No, no. So before my trip, I was like, well, you didn't give me anything. Did he give me something for Valentine's Day? Yeah, I think he sent me flowers for Valentine's. But anyway, you didn't give me anything for Mother's Day or Easter. Yeah, he did. He sent me. Yeah, because I was with him for Valentine's Day. Okay, so I was with him on Valentine's Day. So I was like, well, okay, I want to, can you give me this bag or whatever? And so he got me the bag. I said he paid half, but actually he paid for all of it because it was marked down. But I gave him the full price so that he thought the portion that he paid was, half or whatever, but it was actually all of it or whatever. Okay, so fine. So fine. It was expensive purse. It was expensive. I still got the price tag on the purse. So it was an expensive reel from Neiman Marcus or whatever. So he got me that. And then he was like, no, but I still, I want to take her somewhere. Okay. Okay. So he took me on the trip. He got me the bag for Mother's Day or whatever. Took me on the trip. Got me some other stuff or whatever. And I had to call my cousin and I was like, how should I play this? Because I was done. I was done. Especially after I got that purse. I was like, I had got more than enough from this man, this nigger or whatever. But I was like, but I wanted to go to New Orleans and go to New York. Or like, why should I have? Okay. So, we planned a trip or whatever. And something happened again. Yeah, something with somebody. Because, he came back to the room and the phone kept ringing. I guess the same way males, kept ringing or whatever. And he would not pick up the phone. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. It. I didn't got the purse. I didn't got a plethora of stuff, but that purse is just basically what I want. It was expensive. It was a really expensive purse. But okay, fine. Oh no, I'm not going through this. And I think male, but when that girl called and said, put your man on the phone, she knew her position. She knew that that was the one. That she had it in her soul that that was the one. If any bitch is bold enough to call your man phone, you answer and she don't hang up, she tells you to put your husband on the phone, that's the one. She's the one. That's your divorce right there. But Mel played her part. I think they had another baby. Her and Arionne was pregnant at the same time. I think they both got an abortion. Okay, fine. Then she got pregnant again, and he still started doing that. But you know what? After this, when a woman calls you and say, "Put your man on the phone," you have a decision. You have a decision to make. You either ignore her, ignore that relationship, and move on with your life. But see, a lot of times when women do that, they get high blood pressure, they drink, they get on drugs, they get depressed, they get fat, they get skinny, they chop off their hair. They just do a plethora of stupid shit. No, honey, it's not worth that. Leave. And I know it's better said than done. I know you got $1 million houses or whatever. But even if you don't leave, you can leave in your head. That's when you start computing. Okay, I got to do A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, H, I, J, K before I leave. Okay, before I'm like, you know what, this is enough. That you don't get stressed out. You don't get high blood pressure. You don't drink yourself to death. You don't go on drugs. You don't get fat or whatever. That's when you start going to the gym. That's when you start, oh, yeah, I need to look better because my man has another woman. No, you don't look better because your man has one. You're preparing yourself to go. And that when you do say, oh, you know what, I'm done, you're looking like $1 million. You got $1 million in your bank. Not $1 million, but you know what I'm saying. And you already got that place, that apartment, or that new house or whatever, that lease ready to go, that money in the bank, you take that money, your portion out of the bank, but you play it right. Oh, you know, here you go, babe. You may be pissed off as hell, but because you're not ready yet. I think Tony Braxton, um, mom said, let that man cheat in peace. You don't need all that animosity, tearing up the house and all that. No, no, no. If you're gonna do that, wait until you do that when all your shit is out of the house, so you don't mess up any of your clothes. You see what I'm saying? You mess up his stuff, which you want to leave him. You get those divorce papers signed. You take your half of the bank account. Now, they had houses and businesses and all that or whatever. Okay, fine. But see, you have your stack of money together. I think maybe this is what Mel did because she came out a winner of, you know, Martell is paying for people's card notes, maybe her rent and whatever. Mel left all that. But that's when you decide to leave. But you don't let him know. You don't let him know, oh, yeah, okay, baby, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. Nah. Don't even give him the pleasure of knowing how upset you are, whatever. No, 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 no. But this was 5 years ago, girl. I'm talking about, maybe a year, you know, you set it up and walk out or whatever. But 5 years ago and a baby afterwards, you kind of wrong for that. But again, I've never been married. I don't have $1 million house. I don't have business or whatever. So you know what? It is what it is, okay? But this is what kills me because I'm hearing that before the show started, they were on the outs. They were on the outs. They were planning on getting a divorce before the show started. And then, they got picked up and then they were like, okay, well, gel it back together. They had a baby well after that show started. So what, did they just continue each other? It sounds like they just continued the show or continued the marriage for the show, not for the betterment of longevity, but just for the show because I guess Mel really wanted to be on the show. She really wanted to be an actress, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, I mean, it is what it is. So, Mel, if you guys were on the verge of getting a divorce anyway, why would you be upset that Martell had women? Not just the little simple one, but he had multiple women. You knew that. The other women knew that. Everybody else knew that. So, what's the big deal? Because apparently Arionne is just one of many. I think the other women are too high up in their careers to expose themselves. Because what, a year ago it was a whole bunch of women who think he had a doctor and uh, someone in real estate or something like that. So, um, okay, so that's why Mel and Martell was kind of like, everybody wrong in this. Everybody is wrong in this. I'm not giving it to Mel that she was, the goody two, because she wasn't. They were already on the verge of getting a divorce before, you know, the season started, the show started. She should have ended it and not. I mean, that big sugar mama is just the cutest thing. But once a woman calls me and tells me, "Oh, put your husband on the phone," that's it. If somebody ain't in the hospital or in the morgue or I'm in jail or something like that or whatever, that's it. Now they could have stayed together, but I'd have been like, "Oh, I wouldn't have had another baby. I would not have been having sex with you." Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I mean, but you know what? There's a plan. I mean, okay, maybe not have, but a baby? Oh, honey, no, 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 no. But you know what? We all live and learn. They were still all kind of young. They were in their 30s. They were in their 30s. Now, they're getting in their 40s, whatever. Now, by the time you're 50, either you just don't care anymore. Go, just listen, just go ahead and do whatever. Just please get away from me. Or you're like, oh no, oh no. See, now I don't know what I would do if I was married forever at 52 and I found out that my man is doing, you know, whatever. I'll probably, you're settled or whatever. You about to retire. You don't want to switch it up, girl. Baby, just go ahead and do whatever you want to do. You and her, or whatever, y'all go ahead and do whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna be here and I'm just gonna count my time or whatever, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. So those are just the points that I wanted to impress upon Tasha got the interview. I mean, Tasha will get them. She will get the. Tasha is like the next Barbara Walters, and I'm not gonna say she's the next Black Barbara Walters. She is the next Barbara Walters. She will get those interviews. She will get this. Now, will she get A-list celebrities? Maybe soon when she stop bringing people to her house, and when she open up her, doesn't she have Kiwi Studios? Is Kiwi Studios in her house, or is it offsite? Why she keep bringing people to her house? That is so unprofessional. But you know what? Oprah brings people to her house. Maybe that's where she's getting it from. Maybe that's where she's getting it from. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm getting tired. I got a funeral. I don't know what I'm wearing. I wanted to do more videos, but I don't know. I can. I always want to do I still got about 30 videos that I want to do. I just don't have it in me. Maybe this weekend. Maybe I'll just get them all out this weekend. But as far as now, I don't know. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Maybe I had a lot more to say, but I'm tired. I'm leaving. Good night. Bye.